So Sonic Superstars came out on all platforms, and it was mixed at first, and kind of still is. But what do I think on the game? Well, that's a story for another day. And trust me, you do not want to miss out. There was a lot of stuff that happened. Anyway, so the game came out. It's November 1st. I'm doing nothing. Look on YouTube. Sonic uploaded something. The video just titled Sonic Dream Team. And I watched it, and I was blown away and actually shocked. Because I thought to myself, another Sonic game already? That was quick. And in the video they showed, the color and the environments look beautiful. From comparing this to Frontiers, all the color pops and it's really great. Because like in Frontiers, it was very dim, but this looks colorful. And on top of that, there's 6 playable characters, and with Cream coming back and Rouge. Cream and Rouge have been playable, well, for Cream ever since Sonic Heroes, and Rouge for Sonic 06. Because Cream hasn't been seen ever since Generations, and just only been showing up in the comics. But now she's back. Sega! I'm surprised. This looks amazing. 6 playable characters, cream and cheese. I can't wait to play. Okay, when's it coming away? What? Apple Arcade? But that's only for Apple devices. Well.
Yes! No! Fuck! Shit!
They blocked this game behind an Apple Arcade paywall? So after this, it blew up on Twitter and YouTube, but mainly for one reason. It's exclusive to Apple Arcade. So many people were mad about this, including me, for obvious reasons. And for those who don't know, which you probably most likely do, Apple Arcade is a service only on Apple products because it's in the name. You pay $7 for, and there are a bunch of other games such as the other Sonic Racing game made by Hardlight, same as this one for Dream Team. However, you can only use this if you have Apple products such as an iPhone, an iPad, or a MacBook. And you obviously know, those ain't cheap. I mean, just look at how much the newest iPhone and the newest MacBook are much. I ain't paying for that. So after that, there was still stuff going on, and then things went silent after that. 21 days later, until they uploaded the animated intro for Sonic Dream Team, and I love it. This looks amazing. The animation, it looks exactly like how the Knuckles prologue did for Frontiers. All the colors, the animation of how it looks. I even forgot to mention the new character, REM. Yeah, we'll get back to that later. But this looks great. I really can't wait to play. Oh, I forgot. It's Apple Arcade. You know, after it being 21 days, you think I remember. But the game is coming out December 5th, but again, only for Apple Arcade and only for Apple products. Tragic. So 1 month later, December 3rd, it's a Sunday night. I was on Twitter, and someone somehow got early access to Dream Team and leaked 2 cutscenes. There were more, I just didn't do that. And holy sh**, this looks amazing. Compared to Frontiers, they look stiff. Not to mention, Sonic actually has expressions again, and not with his eyelids. Also, his hedges are longer, and they actually move again. This is still behind a paywall. But again, the animation, and for a mobile game, I expect like the bare minimum. I expect animated and voice acting cutscenes. And then there was another cutscene that had Cream showing it for the first time. I was excited because she hasn't shown to Generations, and
oh, thank you, Miss REM. And thank you too for all your hard work.
The happened to Cream's voice? Apparently in between that, Cream's voice actor changed. And I can't be fooled. Cream is not supposed to sound like that. Not to mention the game, her voice change wasn't even a Sonic game, technically, really, not really. Mario and Sonic Olympic Games 2019. So with that game having a story mode, you're able to go in Tokyo and actually talk to Cream, and apparently that's when her voice changed, but you can't tell because in that game, they make sounds. They don't actually talk. That's all in the text bubbles. They don't speak. How was I supposed to know that? So when I uploaded this, by the way, if you didn't know, YouTube restricted them to YouTube Kids, so I don't know why. Just in case that they restrict this video.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?
Again, so when I uploaded them, people commented below on that video either saying Cream's voice is adorable and cute, or just downright awful and sounds weird. I thought too, I didn't like the voice, but some bold motherfucker said this.
Alright, I know that sounds bad.
I'm just gonna move on. And for Rouge's voice actress, I just don't know what happened. I didn't upload this cutscene, but I saw on Twitter, her voice sounds different as well. So apparently she also got a voice change in between the modern cast. I remember it sounding fine through Free Riders to Team Sonic Racing, which means she went from sounding like this
Thanks, buddy. The thing that snatched me was like nothing I've ever seen before.
to this.
Huh? What does that even mean?
Why does she sound like that? It doesn't sound normal. Like, I know it's a normal voice, but that doesn't fit. I don't get why their voice actresses changed. It doesn't make sense. But I'm gonna say something. I lied. So yeah, apparently these are the same voice actresses we heard ever since Free Riders. Michelle Ruff and Karen Strassman have been the voices for Cream and Rouge this entire time, but for Cream, apparently Sega just wanted her to do a different take on Cream, which I do not like. Her voice is supposed to sound soft, not make me want to make my ears bleed. And for Rouge, I just don't know what happened. There are literally times when she does the voice normal that we all heard, but then there are times she just does a completely different voice, and they accepted that, and it's in the game. Just play it. Why was this approved? I don't know. Anyways, weird voice acting aside, it's December 5th. The game is finally out. Let me talk about it. After it plays the sick animated intro, which has the music done by T-Lopes, which is great. Cuts to Eggman trying to control a device known as the Reverie, but he can't use his mind nor dream it, so somehow he kidnapped Cream. Where was Vanilla in all this? I guess the Amber Alert didn't go off. I guess people ignored it. But as he's about to activate it, a mysterious voice talks to him, saying even he should have done this. Which, yeah, he kidnapped a child. I don't know how he did that. Then he's put to sleep. And then that's when Sonic and friends come, and apparently Sonic says that Rouge found this. Don't know how. But when they get there, they see Eggman lifeless on the floor, and then his machine puts all of them to sleep with sleeping gas. And then it starts. After the peak cutscene, you play the tutorial, then another cutscene, and meet REM. Yeah, about this, at first, I know no one pronounced it, but I thought it was pronounced Arium. But apparently, if you hear it when you say it, REM, like the letters REM, as in REM sleep. So she meets Sonic, and then explains about dreamscapes, and then you free Amy, well she does, because you can play as Sonic and Amy right now, and then you play the first level, Scrambled Shores Act 1. I love the song of Act 1. And now people compare this to the adventure games because of how you're not going in a straight line anymore, and of how open the areas are. And very colorful. I really love how they did this game, even for just a mobile game. Again, I expected the bare minimum for a freaking mobile game. And as well as being able to play as 6 characters, with Adventure 1 being you can play as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Rouge, and Gamma. And this time, you play as Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, but now, instead of Big and Gamma, Rouge and Cream. So when you start, you cut to a banger, and you gotta reach the Dream Portal. In Act 2, you do the same 3 things, but this time, instead of collecting the Dream Orbs, you collect the Dream Orb shards to form the Dream Orb, which is kind of the same thing. After that, another cutscene plays, and Sonic asks, what does the Reverie actually do? And then Arium explains that those with pure hearts, dreams can become reality. And then you play Act 3, where you do the same thing again, but just like in Act 1, you collect keys to open like a gateway, but it is midway through it, so you're still rushing towards the Dream Portal, but there are some times where you gotta get to the checkpoint at the end in a certain amount of time. After that,
You know, I gotta admit, I'm kinda curious what he's been cooking up.
a cutscene plays, and weirdly, I expect this would happen, but depending if you choose a specific character, like either Sonic or Amy, Tails or Cream, Knuckles or Rouge, the same cutscene plays, but it's different because it has that other character. Just look at this.
Seaside Dream, giant enemy crab. Why am I not Wait, is that a mustache?
Aw, gross! Get out of my way! Wow, the Guardian Hunter's pretty mean looking. Better shut it down, fast.
Children shouldn't mess with other people's toys.
Don't underestimate me, Eggman. That's pretty scary. Yow.
Children shouldn't mess with other people's toys.
I won't let you hurt Miss REM.
Just you and me, Ugly. Let's go!
You've managed to tick me off. That's the last mistake you'll ever make.
And again, I love that they made new models. I'm glad that they didn't use the same one from Forces, because they reused that one in Frontiers just with some kind of texture. So then you fight the first boss, Dr. Crabulous. All you gotta do is wait for his hands to get stuck in the sand, hit him 3 times, or 4, depending, I've forgot like how many health bars they have. I'm pretty sure like it's 3 to 4, and then you're good. So after that, you free Cream and Tails, and then you can unlock them, and now you can play as them. And then on to Dream Factory. Looks like honey. Love the colors in this level. They're so bright. I just love it though. But that isn't honey, is what I thought at first. Apparently it's called Dream Imagination. So like before, you can either play as Tails or Cream and go through all of the acts. So in Act 1, get to the Dream Portal, collect orbs, Dream Orb shards, and then it's basically the same thing. And then now you can play as Sonic or Amy in Act 2. As you see, it builds up the character so you can play as. And then with Act 2, with the Imagination Liquid, now purple, because Eggman corrupted it, you do the exact same thing again. And then onto Dream Factory Act 3, with the orange and purple imagination mixing into this red looking color. I just like this level. You just gotta love the new environments of this game. After that is the second boss, which changes if you choose Tails or Cream. A different cutscene plays out of them going in the portal and then actually find the boss. Just wait for the robots to get in the holes and then wait for the fourth one to come out, and then you do the second phase and fight 4-man. All you gotta do is just wait out and then wait so you can hit its head, and then you're good. Then after that, something mysterious gets away in that imagination, and then you free Knuckles and Rouge. Now, I didn't mention this before, but these levels are specifically laid out for each of the character's specific skills. Sonic and Amy have the Lightspeed Dash for rings, Tails and Cream can fly, and Knuckles and Rouge can glide and climb walls. Anyway, you start Nightmare Maze, Act 1, which you do the exact same goddamn thing. Then you're on to Act 2, and then it plays a cutscene when Ariam says that Guardians must sacrifice everything for their... Well, yeah, they gotta sacrifice everything that matters. And I like that it shows Knuckles, because obviously with his role protecting the Master Emerald and all. And then after that...
It's difficult to say. The best thing we can do is collect more data.
Then there's no time like the present. Let's do it to it. He said it! He said it!
I know they started making him say that in Frontiers, but I didn't think he would do it here again. And at this point, you can now play as everyone, which is great. Because like I said, it really adds to the variety. And plus, not to mention, you can switch characters in between as you're playing the level. I love that they actually did that. Because when I was playing the Frontiers, after I beat it, I always hated that to climb back up to the tower on the other side of the map just so I could switch to Knuckles. But now, all you gotta do is just click the menu and then switch. It's great. Then you move on to Act 3 and you do the same thing. Are you starting to see a pattern here? Now a cutscene plays with REM getting grabbed by the Guardian Hunter. Choose Knuckles or Rouge, but you know me, I'm obviously gonna choose Knuckles because it's either him or whatever the her voice actress is doing. Let's go. Like I said, you could choose either Knuckles or Rouge because the cutscene is different depending on who you choose. I'm just going with Knuckles. I love his opening and animation. I just love these cutscenes. They're so great. All you gotta do is dodge your Bagnicks, well, actually dodge the spike balls, and then hit the Bagnicks into the Guardian Hunter as it changes gravity, tilts you, and then you just rinse and repeat. Anyways, this is like the coolest boss design. I just love how it looks. Was this meant to be your sleep paralysis demon? After that, apparently REM got drained by the Guardian Hunter's tentacles and needs to go to the Dream Core, or she's gonna die. And then on to the final one, Ego City, which definitely shows Eggman's ego. And then you do the exact same thing again. So after that, you unlock Act 2, and they say if Eggman succeeds, he'll get Eggman Land within this dream, because like I said, it can make them a reality. And I'm just confused because Tails literally says Eggman Land. Unleashed territory, I guess. Is that why there's so many gold statues of him? But if he says that Eggman Land, the one that everyone hated, we gotta do Act 3 and do the same thing again. That aside, I like how Ego City Act 3 looks. After that, RM just can't take it anymore, so she becomes a Dream Orb and then opens the final Dreamscape. And then, I just like the fact of how bossed up Knuckles looks right here. She opened the final Dreamscape to the Dream Core. And then they see Eggman, and this man really went Ultra Ego. He's literally a mixture of the... I think they just took inspiration from the Eggman from Sonic Prime in the last episode, and Super Eggman, which, if you don't know, is real. And now, onto the final boss, Nightmare Eggman. I just love how he appears all over, trying to stop you, and them passing Ariel around as the Dream Orb. I just love that they did that. It's literally the thing they did in the intro. First it's Sonic, then Rouge, then Knuckles, then Cream, then Tails. Okay, no, after it's Amy. You don't play as Tails in the sequence for some reason. And not just that, you even switch between the characters. You literally get to play as all of them just in one level. Same order as I said, just kind of butchered. But as soon as Tails gets REM, Eggman stops them, and then Sonic takes action. Run up, climb the wall to the very top, and Sonic...
The nightmare's over, Eggman!
She does a very cool animation. I love this cutscene, and then yeets Ariam at the Dream Core. Then she stops Eggman, wakes up, it's all good. But as for Eggman, this happens.
Cheese? Get him!
No, wait.
Hi!
No!
I know that isn't getting up anytime soon. And that Sonic Dream Team. Now, there were some issues such as the voices, but it's nice to see the little rabbit again after so long. Again, generations. All we've seen her has been in the comics, and not even Vanilla was in this. I kind of even expected some IDW characters, because I always expected that the next Sonic game would have IDW characters, but no. And despite doing the same thing over and over and over, the game's still pretty fun. There were 4 zones and 12 stages. And again, I just love the animations. I mean, have you seen the idle animations of all of them? They're just so expressive in this game. And the story was by Ian Flynn. Thanks again, Ian Flynn. You wrote another banger. Now, I hope they put this on consoles, because if they do, they'll get more money. I mean, people have already said they have a lot of fun with this game. They'll get more money if they put it on consoles. It's the same modern cast, and I've heard that some people are kind of tired of them at this point. But I think they're fine, even though I prefer the 2000s cast, like with the Jason Griffith era. These ones are fine. Roger's fine for Sonic, Cindy's fine for Amy, Tails' current voice actor is fine, and for Knuckles, his actor just improved. Michael B. Mitchell, I think that's how it is, improved ever since Team Sonic Racing. He got better in Frontiers and got better in this game. I love Dan Green's take on Knuckles better because he's my favorite one, but I really do like his take on Knuckles. It's gone way better over the years. And anyways, for a mobile game, Sega, you surprised me. I'm surprised, like, the budget amount into this game. Apparently, I think this game has been worked on since 2 years. Also, this is mainline, so maybe we could probably see Ariam again. I mean, at the end of the game, they can apparently still talk to her. And the game is very high quality. Not like PS5 because it is a mobile game, but for a mobile game, pretty fun and pretty good. And now, after all of that, I just have one and only one final thing to say.
Where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald?